but that is okay. We are going to give it just a little minute and let some people hop on. Dolly, you're not getting no wine. She loves wine. So good. So good. I got some, I don't know, wine. Who cares? I'm more of like a red wine person, especially if it's dry wine. Anyways, tomorrow I'm going to film, edit, and upload a story time for you guys because it's been a minute since we've had a story time over here. It's high time for a story time. That's what I like to say. But I wanted to talk tonight. I had this topics planned earlier today. I wanted to talk about this whole Johnny Depp situation and everything that's going on with his ex-wife accusing of him hitting her and all this shit. I'm not like too familiar with what's going on, but I would say that I'm moderately familiar with what's going on. And I would just like to say that, number one, none of us knows what it was like for him to be with her and vice versa. We weren't there. We don't know their relationship. I think a lot of people are taking one side or the other just because of a bandwagon that they like to hop on, which is unfortunate. But that's just the way society is anymore. You know, when it comes to Me Too, when it comes to drug addiction, when it comes to mental health, people like to jump on bandwagons. And I know I'm going to piss some people off by saying this, but it's just the facts, people. If you sit back and you really think about bandwagons, like trains that people like to hop on, this is one of those. And I think if we really look at the evidence here, people, come on now. Like, he gave her the money to donate to the fucking hospital, and she never donated the shit. Like, are we actually going to sit here and call it what it is? Straight up, call it what it is. It's extortion. Like, straight up, it's fraud. Like, she's saying, you know, everything that he gives me is going to be donated straight up, but then doesn't donate any of it. I don't know. She sounds to me, in my personal opinion, it sounds to me like a bunch of horse shit. And I'm sorry, be mad at me if you want, but it sounds like a bunch of horse shit. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. A bunch of people were asking me on Twitter what my thoughts were. My thoughts are always logical. Period. The logical thought. If I say, okay, I have been abused by my significant other, and every bit of money that he gives me to prove that, because this was her thing, she was doing this to prove, you know, that she didn't need the money. So she was going to give all that money to the hospital or to the charity or whatever. And then I just never donated it. Everybody would be like, oh my God, what a fucking liar, blah, blah, blah. But because this involves a A-list celebrity, people are all of a sudden like, oh, well, we need to look at the facts. That is the fact. That is straight up the fact. I just can't. Hold on. Let me let my dog in here with Chris. Come on. Let's see, somebody commented. Hey, Brianna. Brianna is my lead moderator. Everybody shout her out for hanging out with us tonight. Also, after this week, I mentioned it in my Thursday video, but after this week, all of my lives are going to be for members only. So if you like the lives, you like hanging out like this, there's a little join button below. Click that. and you'll be able to watch all the lives, and you're also going to be put in a private group chat. So yeah, that's the vibes right now. The other thing I wanted to talk about, because, and this is directed to mainly 2 drama channels. Let's talk about Trisha Paytas. Let's just talk about it, because you guys know that I lean on one side of the fence when it comes to her. I've met her twice in person. And when I say I'm one of the people who fucking went to TanaCon, okay? Out of all the people that I've met, Trisha is 1,000% the nicest person I've ever met. Straight up. And I think that if all of us, just us regular people, if we had our issues aired out all over the internet, I would say that there would probably be a lot of people that would be pointed in the same light, like, oh, you don't need to be a mom. I've been an addict. I'm sure there's a lot of people who would like to say the same thing about me, because I have been a drug addict before. I do not deserve to have kids. That coming out of someone's mouth, because you're typing it, that is your thought, and you know, that is not a split-second decision. You type that out and you press send. You knew exactly what you were typing out. You don't deserve to be a mom because you struggle with mental health. That is so bass-ackwards. I cannot even put into words how pitiful it is to me that there are so many people, especially drama channels, that every time Trisha uploads, even her gender reveal, I was saying, Trisha Paytas' gender reveal ruined. Like, all of this shit, like, what are you guys doing? Like, I just couldn't imagine how miserable you must be. Because it's always the same, like, 2-3 drama channels that, and you guys know, the one that I loathe is Rich Lux. I've always loathed him for some reason. I get very bad vibes from him, like in a big, big way. I don't know what it is about him, but even before I was on the internet, I always just had a really icky feeling when it comes to Rich Lux. And he has always, like, had issues with Trisha, and I just have to wonder, like, you really have nothing better to do than to upload videos. Trisha Paytas' gender reveal ruined. Trisha Paytas pregnant. What a nightmare. Like, all of this shit. Like, these drama channels, like, when are people going to wake up and realize that they're part of what's the problem with the internet? 1,000%, they are the bigger portion of what happened to the internet. What happened to YouTube. Because for so many years, 2013 to 2017, I would say, were the best years to A, watch YouTube, or B, put out content on YouTube. I feel like it was a community where everybody either got along, or if you didn't, it was a private thing. Then 2018 came along, and that's when Dramageddon 1 started, and it was blew completely out of proportion by drama channels. Followed by Dramageddon 2, which was completely blown out of proportion by drama channels. It seems like from 2018 forward, drama channels have made any type of scandal what it is. And I just don't know, like, the people who ingest that content, the people who really watch it. I don't watch it, but I'll see, like, the thumbnails and the titles come across my suggested all the time, which I don't get because I don't watch any. I cannot stand it. It's like the most irritating shit to watch on the internet. I feel like it is the biggest waste of 30 minutes of one's life that could ever possibly be done. You're literally watching another human being, another flawed human being, narrate another flawed human being's life. And then in the comments, there's thousands of other flawed human beings giving their 2 cents on that flawed human being as well. It's like, What makes a drama channel worthy to do that? Does anybody have the answer? No. What makes them worthy to get on and press record and just down somebody so hard? I'm just so curious. I'm also curious of who the first drama channel was. I've tried researching it before and I couldn't really get a straight answer. So I'm going to do a whole video on drama channels in general, because I have a lot of thoughts when it comes to drama channels and the people who run them. And there's always a time where you got to pay the piper. In the words of Alan on 2.5 Men, there's always the time where the piper must be paid. And I feel like these people who aren't perfect, because no one is, they have made mistakes. They are flawed people. Hell, a lot of them don't even show their face. It's just their voices that you hear. You don't even know what these fuckers look like. They've done shit in their lives. But you have nobody, giving their 2 cents on the decisions and choices that they've made. I get where a lot of these influencers have made really shitty decisions. And I think that when it comes to breaking laws, that's where I really get upset. When laws are broken, when it actually involves bullying, that's when I really get involved, and I'll give my 2 cents on something. Because if you're going to bully someone or you're going to break a law, or you're going to come on the internet knowing good and well that you have an ED, and you know good and well, because you can access YouTube analytics just like I can. So you know just as well that more than half of your audience is under 18, because I was able to research that, Eugenia Cooney. Hell, even if you mention Eugenia's name on YouTube, your video's automatically demonetized. Matter of fact, one of the only videos that is demonetized and wasn't approved for monetization on my channel is about Eugenia Cooney. When it comes to shit like that, I can understand voicing your opinion, right? But when it comes to a person being pregnant and bringing another life into the world, I can't get behind that. When it comes to, making up shit, like literally just pulling shit out of thin air. And that's what most of those videos are. They're just like, they just search in the ether and just pull something. For example, I could be making a video about cooking baked beans, and somehow in that video, they've now warped the title of their video, Morgan Shea Shames Baked Bean Company. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the fuck did you get that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of shit. Like, that's the type of shit that they do. So I'm going to make like an in-depth video on my thoughts of drama channels, because I have a lot of fucking thoughts. Two in particular. Two in particular. And yes, one is Rich Lux. Like I said, I just get really bad vibes, and there's another one that gives me like heebie-jeebies type of vibes. And we'll talk about that one as well. But yeah, those 2 topics I wanted to talk about. And then for those of you guys who follow like YouTube musicians, like YouTubers who have actually made music that people actually purchase, Ryan Upchurch announced this week that he is leaving the internet. And a lot of people were like, oh, well, he said this before over and over and over again, and he never leaves the internet. He said that he was serious this time. He's actually going to leave the internet. And the reason is because of people who don't know him commenting on his life. And this is the double-edged sword, so to speak, of a YouTuber. If you decide to share any portion of your life on the internet, it then somehow gives people the thought in their mind that they now have the go-ahead to critique every detail of your life. Which is sad, because then you have really good YouTubers and musicians and shit that leave the internet because of that. Really talented people have left the internet because of that. And yeah, sure, some of those talented people have mentioned, yeah, part of it's because of the haters, but another portion might be, you know, like the girl who I used to watch way back in the day, Candy XO or whatever. I used to watch her way back in the day. She created Real Techniques. You know, there's some people like that who create these companies, and then of course, you know, it's not like they can just sit down and film a YouTube video. It's just sad to see where YouTube is in 2022, which I do know a lot of it, and the reason why, because I was having a conversation with somebody about this on Twitter a couple of days ago, about how naked YouTube seems. And we experienced this with Snapchat. We experienced this with Vine. Anytime a short-form content app comes out, YouTube does die down. And it's an actual proven statistic that the average Generation Z person attention span is 3 seconds. 3 seconds, which doesn't surprise me, because luckily for me, most of my viewers are between the ages of 18 and 40. So for the bigger portion of mine, it's 24 to 40. So most of my viewers are adults, and adults, millennials in particular, prefer longer content, which makes me lucky that that's what who my viewers are. But for people who have younger viewers, primarily the beauty community and shit like that, they've always had a younger age of viewers. I think Tati Westbrook is the only one that has like the same age group as me, but for the bigger portion of the beauty community, most of their viewers are younger. Like when their attention span goes down, their views go down. When these apps come out, which I don't think TikTok is going to go anywhere, don't get me wrong, but there will come a time when TikTok will die down. It might not completely go away, but just like Snapchat, it didn't completely go away, but it's definitely not the app that it was 5 years ago. It will be the same for YouTube. Eventually people will just come back to YouTube, just like they did in 2019. We had a big die down in 2016-17 with Snapchat. 2018-19, YouTube was back at the top. And a lot of people have asked me, have I thought about focusing primarily on TikTok and laying back on YouTube? Because YouTube, while it does still have trillions of people who watch, it's definitely not viewed the way TikTok is. The average person on TikTok typically gets at least 60 views on a video. And that is the average person. That's not... Above average is 100 views a video, okay? And then it says, like, you can go all the way up to where just the everyday person can get thousands and thousands of views on a video on TikTok. YouTube has always been different, because the algorithm on YouTube is based on what is being viewed that day. It's also based on your viewers. What times do they watch? For example, if you've never uploaded to YouTube, when you look at your analytics, when you start to get subscribers, it will show what time you guys usually watch. It shows me what is the best time for me to upload. It shows me what days most of you guys are never watching YouTube on Tuesdays. You guys probably didn't know that, but I know that because it's part of my analytics. Saturday is also a horrible day for me. Sunday nights are horrible for me for YouTube because my analytics, you guys, are typically not watching YouTube. Um, I will never leave YouTube because I know that TikTok is the happening thing right now. I know that eventually TikTok will be what Instagram and Snapchat is today. Um, Another frequently asked question I've got, especially on TikTok, is why I don't post to Instagram. I have never been a selfie connoisseur, okay? In my spare time, I do not find it fun to take selfies of myself. And that's literally what Instagram is. You post photos of yourself. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't. It's just never been for me. I have like 700 followers over there. Like, I really do not promote it or post on it at all. And I did delete Facebook, which the reason why I deleted Facebook is because Facebook is literally just a bunch of older people bitching about life, and I just can't do it no more. It's just not fun for me to scroll through Facebook and listen to, a bunch of 60-year-old women bitch about, the price of newspapers. I would just rather eat garbage, for real. So, yeah, I deleted my Facebook. I mean, my account's still there. I just don't have the app on my phone anymore. But yeah, I think that's all the topics that you guys really wanted me to talk about on Twitter. I tweeted out and asked if there was any topics that you guys wanted me to talk about tonight. And I think those are all of them covered. Oh my God. Also, I got a very exciting email today about a sponsorship, and I am so fucking excited. It's a lash company, and I love this lash company. I've only heard like a few people mention them, but their lashes are fucking chef kisses, and their lashes range between $2 and $7. So they're really good price lashes, and they're beautiful. So they're sending me some lashes, and I'm going to show you guys the quality and all of those things, and you guys are going to get discounts and all those good things. So I'm very excited to get those in the mail so that I can show you guys those lashes, because I have used them for years, and they reached out to me, and I was like, fuck yeah, you can send me some lashes, because they're fire. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here. There's not going to be a description box or anything like filled out below, because I went ahead and went live on my phone, because my laptop, I've got to get looked at. The battery is just not, like, it's literally on charge all day. Even when I edit, I keep it charged, which I've been using my iMac to edit, but anyways, it's always plugged up. So the fact that I take it off for like an hour to go live with you guys and it dies is like beyond my comprehension. I don't understand that. So there's not going to be a description box, nothing in it or anything. But if you would like to join a part of my channel, like I said in the beginning, I do have a subscription service now where you could subscribe to my channel and be a part of the membership program. There's going to be a private chat where we're going to do one time a month, we're going to do a like private, like little FaceTime type deal. There's a private chat that everybody's going to be a part of on GChat, and my lives are going to be part of that after this week. I'm just using the rest of this week to let everyone join who wants to. So you can still watch the lives if you want. It's like $4. So if you want to join, there should be a button down below. Also, I had a couple of people email me this week wanting to know how you can support the channel. You can send super chats if you want, but YouTube does take a large portion of super chats. So if you would like to support the channel, my PayPal and Cash App should be in other videos. If you go to the description box of like any of my videos, you'll see it down in the description box. But yeah, anyways, you guys, I'm going to hop off here for the night. I'm on my second glass of wine and I'm tired. I am so tired. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow night. I should have a YouTube video up for you guys around 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern time. If not earlier. It might be earlier than that because I'm working tomorrow night. So that's the other thing. I probably will not be live until, we're going to say like midnight, because I've got to work. I'm going to work super late tomorrow. So, well, not super late, but I'm going to work late. So I probably won't be on here until like midnight or something. So if you want to stick around till then, super. If you go to bed, I completely understand. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to go to bed. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.